This program is not made for kids. It includes swearing and mature themes that are not suitable for kids under the age of 13. Enjoy the fucking video.
This program is rated 14 plus and may contain mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
The Northwestern Railway has a vast array of unique engines. Some steam, some diesel, and some electric engines. However, they all made sure that the island railway was still running right on time. Recently, heavy rainfalls plagued Sodor, and because of the wet rails, speed restrictions were necessary to keep everyone safe, which caused delays for major trains, such as the Wild Nor'Western.
Bother this rain! We should be at Vickerstown by now,
said Pip as she and Emma pulled into Kildane. Because of the speed restrictions, Mr. Melvin decided to take up an opportunity to add Kildane to the stops on the express. As such, the twins were waiting for the electric connection to Peel Godred.
Oh, hello you two. Fancy seeing outdated technology still kicking around.
Oh, that's twice someone thinks we're outdated.
Well, to be honest, your class was withdrawn in 2019.
What does that have to do with being outdated?
Well, let's see. You were meant to bring the mainland to modern ages, and while you did do so, more of your class is unfortunately being withdrawn day by day.
If we're going by your logic, you should be put in a museum since you and your classes were withdrawn between 2005 and 2006. Maybe that's why Sodor got you so cheap, because you were second-hand rate.
Laughed Pip as she rolled away with Emma in tow.
Oh, that's pretty mean, you know.
Well, he started it, so I just ended.
As the twins made their way into Kelsthorpe Road, they had to wait for Hero's heavy goods train to pass. And while they waited, Emily was there.
Good afternoon, you two. Quite a long break, Pip.
Pip recounted her earlier conversation with Andy.
I see. Take no notice of him. His name is Andy. And while his words could have been more appropriate, he means no harm. But please don't try to add more ideas to his...
But Pip wasn't listening to Emily. She was instead thinking of how to pay Andy back.
Pip.
Huh? Oh, got it.
She said. The next day, Pip and Emma arrived at Kildane to see Andy there.
So is this going to be a thing?
Only until the rain stops. Then we're back to pulling the fast express along the Sodor main line.
You consider yourself fast. Oh my dear, you would have been considered fast almost 50 years ago. I say we let the newer models like myself take over the Wild Nor'Western.
Watch it, bud. You're crossing a line here. And as far as we are concerned, you can only go where the wires tell you to go, and that being Croven's Gate. So why don't you buzz off and do the main line a favor and stick to the rails you were meant to run on?
Pip said as she and Emma rolled out of the station, leaving Andy brooding with fury.
Pep, remember what Emily said?
Yeah, I know.
Later that night, Andy was finding it hard to sleep. He was still fuming about what Pip had said.
I don't know what to tell Andy. You shouldn't have teased the HST twin like that. It was pretty rude of you.
Well, it's not my fault that Pip couldn't take a joke.
I mean, not everyone is like you, so this whole problem is kinda your fault.
And I know how to pay them out.
Andy, please don't tell me you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do.
Just go to sleep, Steve, and all will be revealed in due time.
This made Steve a bit worried. Early next morning, when Andy arrived at Kildane, he was surprised to see Pip and Emma not on the platform like yesterday.
Hey, Emily. Where's Pip and Emma?
They're on a mission? Why did you ask?
Oh, nothing. Just wondering when they are slated to return.
Not for at least another hour or so. Andy, what are you going to do?
Nothing, I swear.
He said. As true to Emily's words, Pip and Emma oiled smoothly into Kildane that afternoon. Andy soon put his devious scheme into motion.
Say, I'm sorry for the way I acted toward you. It was relatively unfair of me to treat you like you weren't good enough on the rails. However, if you want to prove to me that you can still keep up with the modern times, then why not show me by racing all the way to Kelsthorpe and back?
Pip, think about this.
What about the speed restrictions?
Forget about it. Mr. Melvin wouldn't have to know.
Please, don't do this, Pip.
Go on?
And as soon as the guard blew her whistle, the twins were off. Now, speed restrictions were a necessity for railways in case of dangerous weather. It is put in place to keep engines and their crews safe from any sort of danger lurking along the line. But Pip and Emma were roaring down the line at a tremendous speed.
Whoa, Pip! We're going way too fast.
Can't slow down. I've got to show that overrated green box on wheels who's boss.
Emma wished Pip had heeded her concerns, because as soon as they approached Shen Valley, it happened. One moment Pip was on the rails, the next she was down in the valley, all due to the speed and curves she went over.
Pip! Pip! Are you okay? Please answer me, Philippa!
Help, please.
And Emma did just that. When she returned with the breakdown crane, she saw Andy and Mr. Melvin alongside a huge emergency response team.
Thank you for letting me know, Chief. Are you kidding me? Does putting your passengers' lives at risk some sort of joke to you, Andy?
No, sir. It doesn't.
And for you, Pip, do you think I wouldn't know about the complete disregard for the speed restrictions?
No, sir.
Both of you count your lucky horns that no one was seriously injured. As such, for a punishment, Andy, you will be on goods work for the next 4 weeks. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. And you, Pip, I will be alternating your schedule for night express runs. You'll be back on Sodor in the morning for those times.
Great. Thanks a lot, Pip.
Should this ever happen again, I will not be afraid to exercise my rights as controller of the Northwestern Railway to foresee future punishments. Am I clear?
Both Pip and Andy looked at each other and agreed. I think they've learnt their lesson. Don't you?